Honourable Speaker, amongst all the letters of congratulation I received on becoming President, the one that was sent by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was special. It would have been, if not her last letter of congratulation, one of her last letters of congratulation. Her Majesty has been very frail after the death of her husband, His Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. But no one expected a sudden passing away like this. 2 days before her death, we saw Her Majesty on television with the outgoing Prime Minister and the incoming Prime Minister. She looked a bit exhausted, but anyway, anyone who spends half a day with outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson and the incoming Prime Minister Liz Truss would have been exhausted, so that was nothing special. And then we heard of her passing away. The ceremonies are all over. But we have to grapple with the issue, what did Queen Elizabeth II mean to us, to Sri Lanka, the United Kingdom, to the Commonwealth, and to the world? As Queen of Ceylon, her reign signified the transformation of our country from Ceylon to Sri Lanka. The great political upheaval started under her. The 1956 election victory, the emergence of the ethnic issue, the coming of the free education generation, the state control of the economy, 2 coup d'etats against the governments, the start of the armed uprisings in the south. She is a person, Her Majesty, is a staunch Christian and held to her belief as the defender of the Anglican faith. But as Queen of Ceylon, she also upheld the commitment to safeguard Buddhism under the Kandyan Convention of 1815. In fact, a little known item is that Her Majesty presided over the Buddha Jayanti 2500 celebrations as the head of Ceylon, together with the kings of Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and the president of Burma, as Myanmar was then known. So, at the end of it, she also, when her term came to an end and we became a republic, there was also 2 issues that have been left behind, which has still not been unresolved. The conversion from a dominion of Ceylon into the unitary state of Sri Lanka, Republic of Sri Lanka, was the emergence of the ethnic issues, which led in turn to uprisings, and still the last part of it has to be resolved. Secondly, it's an issue that was raised. If we want a figurehead, why don't we have the Queen? Why do you need a figurehead president? I remember the late Mr. Siriwardana, editor of the Atta, wrote an editorial that we need not become a republic to become a socialist country. And then there was the issue that was raised by the then leader of the opposition, Honorable J.R. Jayawardena, supported by his chief whip, Ranasinghe Premadasa, as to why we need a figurehead president. If we have to have a president, we should have an executive presidency on the model of France. Now, this is also still unresolved question. Many have pledged and want elections to abolish it, but no one has done it. But in a sense, she represented not only the transformation of Sri Lanka, but also the transformation in the rest of the world. The transfer of power from West to Asia and Africa. The dismantling of the British Empire. And the UK joined Europe, then they have left Europe and is now redefining its role as global Britain. Queen Elizabeth II was different. From head of the British colonies, she became head of the Commonwealth of Nations. The transformation which represents her greatest success, bringing together the West and the rest. This Commonwealth of Nations saw some of the most outstanding leaders of our time get together with Her Majesty the Queen. Sir Winston Churchill, Dame Margaret Thatcher, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sir Robert Menzies, Pierre Trudeau, Lester Pearson, Nelson Mandela, Kenyatta, Kenneth Kaunda, Nyerere, Nkrumah, Lee Kuan Yew, and Tunku Abdul Rahman were amongst others. In this transformation, Queen Elizabeth II became to us a symbol of stability, a symbol of adaptability. No other queen would have jumped off a helicopter with James Bond, and a symbol of duty. As a global icon, she outranked the UK, a nation which has now to charter its fortune without its greatest soft power asset, Queen Elizabeth, who was 100 times more powerful than the aircraft carrier named after her. It is to pay our respect to this global icon, which took many of us to the funeral service in Westminster Abbey. It was a very moving funeral service. The most poignant moment began when all of us in the Abbey, Christian or non-Christian, joined in to sing her favorite hymn, "The Lord is my shepherd." Goodness and mercy all my life shall surely follow me, and in the God's house forevermore my dwelling place shall be. Queen Elizabeth II is no more. Therefore I request, Honourable Speaker, and I am supporting the motion moved by the Honourable Prime Minister, to convey to His Majesty King Charles III and members of the royal family our condolences. I conclude this tribute to Queen Elizabeth II of Ceylon, the last of our royal line, which began with King Vijaya, with these verse: Anikka vatta sankarang, upadavaya dhammino, upaditva nirunjantu, te some people suko. Impermanent are formations subject to rise and fall. Having risen they cease, their subsiding is bliss. Thank you.